everybody. Hi, this is Marthe with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you today are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hi everyone, how are you doing? All right, my friends. This is your divine counterpart, soulmate, twin flame, karmic partner reading. The thing is, Spirit really wanted me to do one. I'm usually not very inclined to do those, just for the simple reason that I feel it might get you stuck. If you keep hearing, yeah, he's going to come back, she's going to come back, stuff like that, that's going to keep us stuck. But the reason Spirit asked me to do this is the exact opposite, to show you a situation, and then to give you advice on what you can do to get yourself unstuck. So these are your options here. Pile number 1 with the glass, pile number 2 with the tiger eye, pile number 3 with the pyrite. So you choose yourself which is yours, and trust me, you know which one is for you. So you may be coming back to this reading at a later point in time, and then another pile may draw you in. Okay, if you need to pause the video, you can. Before we start with the pick a card, which I thought was very interesting too, and I don't quite know how that's gonna go yet, but we'll see. We'll figure this out together as usual. I'm going to draw tarot cards first, and we'll see whatever comes out situation, and then you can pick a card or a deck, right? Oh, wow. Okay. 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 All right, guys. The situation is the following, and that's what this is going to be. Your first 2 cards out is the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. It's not gender specific, that reading isn't, okay? So take it as it applies. This can either be a parent and a child situation, or it can be someone dealing with someone who is less mature than they are. This one is about stability, however, like regaining stability, regaining your footing in a situation here. Very interesting how this is coming through already, right? How this is coming through. So please apply it to your life. This is you with another person. You can also reverse the placement. This could be you also, and you're dealing with someone who's older than you are or more mature in a certain area, right? For example, in the area of maturity, of stability, it really depends. So there are several scenarios. The core issue here is basically family patterns. Now this could be on either side, either on the one of your lover side, on your ex's side, on your child's side, your own side. It's all of those, but it's revolving around family patterns that have kept you stuck here, and that not only have kept you stuck here, my dear friends, but with the Fool card next, it is like it burned you. That really hurt you. And often when we get hurt like that, that sets us off on a journey, because otherwise we wouldn't go. Why would we? If we're comfortable, we wouldn't go, right? We wouldn't take this journey into the unknown, not knowing where this is going. But this really sets us off, and often these are meant to be's. And the funny thing is, your next card out is karma here. So the Fool card on the karma, that's really, again, like a meant to be. And what's striking to me is right now the red and the blue. So there's also something about the divine feminine, divine masculine coming into balance. Divine counterparts, right? Internally, the divine feminine, divine masculine. Those 2 forces aligning and working together like yin and yang, right? So important when this happens, because then our life all of a sudden becomes so much more balanced. And with the karma card, again, there's something about past lives. So you and this person, whoever we're talking about, this is not your first go round at all. You've both been here several times, and there's a karmic cycle playing out here. It doesn't mean that your person has to be a karmic necessarily. It's just stuff that hasn't been resolved in a past life that is now coming up, and it is now being brought to the light for you to balance it, for you to figure it out this lifetime. So it can be in a good balance, right? That's the lesson here. And now Spirit says that's good enough for the situation and the describing. We're now, you can choose again from, and I'm going to put that down here so you can actually see them again from pile number 1 with the glass, right? Whichever one you feel drawn to. Pile number 2 with the tiger eye, or pile number 3 with the pyrite. So that's totally up to you. You choose which one speaks to you the most, and then I'll see you over at your pile. Bye. Hi, pile number 1. If you've chosen that one with the glass, card glass, then this is yours. You can check out Instagram, then you'll see how the setup is laid out for you here. I'm curious to see what kind of advice Spirit has for you here on your situation. We have 3 oracle cards, the shamanic oracle deck. We have the, what's it called again? Queen of the Moon oracle. Oh my goodness. And the angels and ancestors oracle cards. We're going to start off with the shamanic oracle card here, actually. Wow. You have the Blade. Then you have surrender, and then you have the Sage. So indeed, oh my goodness, spiritual path times 10 times 100. Wow, if you have picked this pile, then you're definitely on your spiritual path here on the so-called golden path, and Spirit is really, really guiding you here. With the Blade coming out as the first one, they may still be things like that are still bugging you from the past, where you feel like, possibly for some of you that could mean revenge, that you still want that. It's also a sign to watch your thoughts and your language regarding those topics, regarding how you speak about another. It could also be the other person speaking ill about you, could be too, but that's none of your concern. We're trying to stay with you, actually. So stay with yourself. How can you change the situation energetically for yourself exclusively? And believe that this is going to change the rest all around you too, and the people all around you too, because that's what it does. When we work with energies, and when we go this deep, and when we assume our part in the matter, then we take all the power back. 100% responsibility equals 100% power back to us and to our situation. So if you are struggling still with this, I recommend sitting down and journaling. There's also something about the moon phases. So really going with those. Possible attending moon rituals here for you. Maybe that's what you're doing. Then yeah, keep doing that. If that's not what you're doing currently, you may want to look into that. It's also talking about how the moon is never just full, right? There's so many facets and aspects, and it's much like the human beings. It's never just black and white. There are so many shades in between, right? Excuse me, please. And so many, well, even if we think we have made our mind up about a person, there are so many aspects we don't know about, right? And this goes for yourself as well. But often we have to be the person that is bringing that to light for ourselves, right? Because if the other one isn't willing or is not mature enough yet, then you somehow have to be the bigger person or the more mature person and step forth and do that work for yourself, right? Not for the other, okay? But it will affect the others. Trust in that for sure. There's also something about solar plexus and sacral chakra. So this is all about your inner team, your inner guidance system. Like listen to those emotions that want to rise up. Like if you have intestinal issues, like with your digestion, sacral chakra and solar plexus chakra, right? That's that work on that, like, or have some energy work done on you, like a chakra healing journey or something, right? That could be very beneficial here for some of you. You may also be seeing feathers. Watch when you're seeing feathers. Like what were you thinking in that moment when you see the feather, okay? And again, that's so funny. Oh my goodness. We're going to stay with that card. I didn't expect that. There's something about Chinese, you know, Chinese dragons, Chinese symbolism. So this must be very specific for only a few, if not just one of you. But again, there's so much more. And on the blade of heart here, I never saw this before. It just newly occurring to me how many things are on that blade. So again, speaking about the very many lifetimes that you've been here and how many times you've been hurt, but also how many times you have hurt others. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of the concept of oneness here, because what you do to another, you ultimately really do to yourself. Okay, and always keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. That's a strong message here. Then you have surrender with the number 26 breaking down to an 8, which is highly successful. So this is your breakthrough, basically. As soon as you learn how to surrender to a higher divine grace, to a higher divine love and light, your life is going to change. Because you also understand, and this is again spiritual journey 101, when you understand that there's a force that is greater than you, but that is also within yourself, and finding your path, your own path, no less, through everything, and really feeling with your heart what is out there for you, right? For you specifically, for you. For no one else, for you, what is right for you amongst all those things, and allow all the other things around you to stand. They can just stand, because when you're secure in yourself and in your belief and in your faith, then this can't really be shaken, right? There's a song line by Beyonce actually that is coming to mind where where she sings, I believe it's from Sandcastles, from the song Sandcastles, nothing real can be threatened. And that's exactly that, right? No one can take that away from you, like once you've really made it yours. And that's also like a protective mechanism also, right? It really protects you. It doesn't bother you anymore what others think about you or how you're being perceived in this world, because you're so secure within yourself, within your faith, and also because you've surrendered to that idea, because not only did you read about it, you really felt it. Okay, you really felt it. Oh my goodness, I love this. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to do this, because they were in my ear for a couple of days now, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna get to it, and they kept mentioning it every day, and I'm quite happy that they did that. Yeah, bask in that light, my dear friends. Bask in Spirit's light, in meditation, right? And your own higher self. There's so much. Oh my goodness, if you only knew how incredibly beautiful you are, like your core, whatever is coming through, like your soul, how beautiful you are, just because you are the way you are, is magnificent. So again, I recommend here energy work. That is what's coming through. And your last card is the Sage. Be committed and devoted. Oh, wow. I already know what this one is about. So it's really, you're definitely on your spiritual journey here. Absolutely. All right, let me see. It makes me so happy, because I know this is so good. It may have come from someone that, or from someone possibly too, right? That really hurt you, but you're really outgrowing this, and you're really going a different route that really sets you on a path here, okay? So be devoted and committed. Be willing to go the whole road and back again. This will allow you to be the best you can possibly be. The Sage represents the wise one within. When this card arises, it shows that you have been preparing to become a great and insightful teacher to your peers. It guides you to take notes as the wandering yogi is on this card, because your knowledge and life experiences can impart incredible insights to those with whom you come into contact. This card is also about observation and becoming more aware of who you are, exactly, and of all of your inner workings, like we said, right? The inner team, those inner voices, those emotions, exactly. Yeah, because that awareness can bring more clarity to your decision. Oh my goodness, yes. Devotion is a powerful energy. Right now, angels and ancestors want to acknowledge how committed you are to your growth. Your continued dedication to this aspect of your life has been recognized, and your understanding that you are not only a body, but also a soul is all you need to continue growing and expanding. The energy of oneness is offering itself to you now. Sorry. This is so funny to me when sometimes they come through word for word as confirmation for what was already said. This is crazy, crazy. So you must be experiencing synchronicity. Spirit is really all around you here. My goodness, the energy of oneness is offering itself to you now. And it's important to take some time to integrate it all so that you can be supported and guided by it. This is what the divine wants for you. Make a note of experiences or teachers making themselves known to you at this time, because you are going to share those teachings one day too. Congratulations, my friends. That's amazing. Really cool. And we're going to draw a guardian angel card for you. Oh, thanks. That was quick. Cool. So you have opportunity. It reads, wondrous possibilities and opportunities await you. Stop dwelling on past mistakes. Surrender the past lovingly. There's nothing to regret. All is always in perfect and divine order. Everything that you've ever experienced has helped you in some way. The past is behind you. The path ahead is clear. Move forward joyfully and fulfill your heart's desire. Yes. Yes, my friends. Yes, yes, and yes. I'm sending you so much love, and either you've chosen another pile after this, so go ahead and watch that, or I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi guys, if you have chosen pile number 2 with the tiger eye, then this is your reading, my friends. I'm so curious. Pile number 1 was awesome, and I can't wait to bring you your message and your advice from Spirit, how you can move out of the situation, or just advice how to better handle the situation. So, you have the Shamanic Oracle card, you have a Queen of the Moon oracles, and you have a Angels and Ancestors oracle card. And I'm going to put them down right now, and then we'll see what wants to come through. It's already very, very interesting because the sceneries are so different. You first of all have the Child with the number 7, then you have Darkness with number 40, and then you have the Druid. These are very interesting energies. Very interesting and complex and different. So there's a lot to learn for you right now. A lot that is wanting to be incorporated by you here. This is definitely about inner child work. I'm getting strong earth element here, of course, right? And there's something about the moon cycles, like knowing the moon cycles, getting in touch with her energies, with the lunar nourishing and healing energies, because they're going to be very beneficial for your inner child work. And we don't just have one inner child, we have several, right? So if you've retrieved one of those, that's awesome, but there's probably more as this reading speaks to. If you've picked this pile, then that's that. With the number 7, that denotes to you're exactly where you need to be, right? You're in alignment with where Spirit would like you to be right now. This is also really awesome. This is about mind-heart coherence. Yeah. No longer listening so much to your mind, which is the masculine, but rather move into the feminine aspect, the heart, the feeling. Like where does your life want to take you? Of course, that doesn't mean throw rational thinking out the window. That's not what's meant here. It's about the balance, right? And that's exactly what we actually heard in the general reading, like the with the tarot cards, right? The balancing of the divine feminine and divine masculine, which is coming to play here so nicely. I love that Spirit put me up to this. I love it. This is so cool because it doesn't keep you stuck. It's a situation and then it just unfolds and gives you cool advice on what you can do. How awesome. Thank you. So there's an element, yeah, that inner child needs to be protected by you. There's reparenting going on also. So either that's what you're currently doing, meaning you're really taking care of yourself, you're allowing your inner child to come out, to express itself, to play, really take time to play, to create. All those things will nourish the inner child and really for it to feel protected. And when you're really in communication, in touch with those feelings and with those inner personas of yourself, they'll come to you like by themselves. In the beginning, it might be some sort of a process, much like when you're getting to know someone you don't know, right? It's the same thing. You don't want to rush in and be like, oh, I love you, hug, hug. That might not be working, but it's much like getting to know that person for the first time. And this may be for some of you where you're getting to know yourself for the very first time, again, after a long time, when you rediscover that lost child here within yourself. And again, you've been on that path because whoever hurt you here, whatever hurt you here, hurt your inner child. So it goes that deep. So this is denoting to me to a deeper wound that was inflicted here on you earlier on. It could have been past lifetimes also that were carried into this lifetime, or ancestral wounding even that was carried into this lifetime, and you are now called to resolve it, or maybe you're in the process of resolving it right now, and that is being acknowledged. What you're doing here is working, okay? Yeah. Some of you, either that's what you have done, otherwise it's a call to just go wild, go nuts with that, right? You know how children just cut their hair and smear color all over them and all over their clothes? They just do it. They're not thinking about it. It's kind of that wildness that is being brought forward here, and that each and every one would do very well with incorporating that a lot more into our lives. Imagine how fun the world would be if we all did that. So good. So good. Like ripping up the candy, throwing it in the air and bathing in it or something. It's in that category here, right? It's really coming back to life. It's like life force. And for that also, right, the darkness, there's an element of the dark night of the soul here too. Going through the darkness, going on a path, again with that, the Fool card, being on that journey and not knowing where this is really leading you, especially when we're going through the dark night of the soul. We just don't know. Especially if we're not aware of the higher aspect here in the situation, that can make it difficult. So Spirit is saying, take a step back and know that you are on a spiritual journey. You are on a journey of self-discovery here, okay? Of getting to know yourself once more, my friends. And when you have that inner higher aspect in place as well, then you always know it's not just that suffering that you may be experiencing, or that heartache, that being hurt, that feeling in that moment, but it's much more than that. It's much higher than that. It's not just that one thing, but the picture is so much bigger, and even if you think you have figured it out, you don't, because we never see, like, we can't possibly see how we fit into everything. That would yes, you may be at that point where you think, or where you feel, wow, I've got it figured out, or I fit in there, right? My puzzle piece fits in there, but it's much bigger is what they're saying. And there's so much more to be discovered and to know about this topic. But you also need to know that after the darkness, after the night, comes the dawn. It's always like that, the cyclical nature of things. So look at nature. Look at how even in autumn and winter, Mother Nature provides for her beautiful animals, for her beautiful beings. There's always something. It's never completely bare. It isn't. There's always something to be found, right? Always something to be found. Strong ancestral support is here also. And starry ancestors is what I'm getting here, actually. Starry ancestors. So again, past lives, and possibly to some of you, it doesn't have to, probably not all of you, but some of you, it's like you have star family. You have star family. Number 4 is the happy. So again, it may not seem like that in that moment, but where you're going towards is the happy. And you have the Druid, hold the space. And as you can see, he is his very own light, okay? And he's surrounded by nature, by the forces of nature. Find a tree, allow him to make, or her to make that connection. And yeah, tree friends are very important during those processes because it grounds us immensely. And they also, like with the energy exchange, either we need more or we need to give some energy away, especially during those awakening processes, can be very helpful. And as you can see, he has like a snake-like tattoo on his arm. This is first of all denoting to the journey that it's not a straight path, but it's winding. It's a winding path that eventually takes us there. And the snake is also the symbol for transformation. Okay, let me see. Druid. Here we go. Hold the space, my friends. Hold things together. Don't make any sudden moves or changes. Stand strong, knowing you are where you are supposed to be. Exactly, with the number 7, right? So cool. The Druids were the ancient wise ones of the British Isles. They had a deep connection with the earth, the sun, and the moon, right? They were the scholars who created the Ogham tree language, and they were known for their creative skills in storytelling, poetry, and craftsmanship. When the Druid card appears in a reading, you're being guided to dig deep within and hold your station. If you're wondering what to do next or have a sense of anxiety about what is unfolding in your life, it's time to shift your perceptions and move back to a state of trust. Don't change your plans or do anything drastic. Just trust in the process and let everything happen as it needs to before taking any more steps. Think of a tree. It has strong roots, yet continues to grow and bear fruit. Your life will be a reflection of this. All right. Yes, let's give you one more guardian angel card to close your reading off here, my friends. Thank you. That was quick, really quick. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, are you joking? This is confirmation basically for the very first card. You have conflict. Wow. Feelings which you have suppressed for a very long time are yearning to be acknowledged and expressed. You are torn between what you think is the right thing to do and what your heart wants. And this is the primary cause of stress in your life. We, your angels, urge you to follow your heart, much like we said with this card, right? With the very first card, mind-heart coherence, super important. Look that up. Dr. Joe Dispenza has amazing material on this, okay? But so does the Heart Math Institute. Look those up too if you want to. Do what you would love, not what you think you should. Like I said, cut your hair. Throw up the candy, like go into the mud and really like squirrel yourself around in the mud or something like that, like children do if they're not forbidden by their parents, right? That's what children do. Do it. All right, I love you so much, and I'll see you next time, my friends. Bye. Hi, my friends. If you have picked pile number 3 with the pyrite, then this is your reading. Okay. So it was really cool. The pile 1, pile 2, awesome stuff that came out. I really love this. I think I'm going to continue this series. But we'll see what Spirit wants. But it's really good stuff to help get you unstuck or to help give you clarity. It's amazing. So first card is Shamanic Oracle from the Shamanic Oracle deck. The second one is from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And your third is the Angels and Ancestors card. And I'm going to lay them out here right now. I really like the energy. It's like an energy shift all of a sudden. It's like whoosh, like cut through and everything's different. Like a real transformation here that is waiting you. And the message immediately that I'm getting is please think big, okay? Think big, like raise the bar on what you thought was possible. Think outside the box. Imagine that there is no box. It's like huge, okay? Because your first card is Soul Retrieval with the number, 49, breaking down to a 13, breaking down to a 4, which is the happy. So you're well on your way here. So your path, as we heard with the tarot cards, right? You're on this path, and this path has already led you very, very far. You're on the verge of a huge breakthrough here, my friends. Oh my goodness, yeah, where the sun is all of a sudden shining, it's totally breaking out of that cocoon, and that has to do, can you see the heart in there? So that has to do with the heartbreak that occurred in the past, but you digested it, you made it into something different. You are the alchemist here, my friends, so beautiful. And you turned yourself from a caterpillar to a butterfly, and that transformation is something that cannot be undone. So that's that. There's also an indication of water. So you may have been working with water as a transformative element. Water, of course, is an amazing conductor of energy. So maybe you've asked your angels to come in when you were near water or when you were in water in some form or capacity, right? You could also have charged your water with good intentions, that any of these things, right? If that's not something that you're currently doing, there's a strong message or advice that you start doing that. There's also a recognition of incredible beauty, right? It has always been within your DNA. It's just coming out now, okay? It's coming out now for you. Because, yeah, all the beauty is all of a sudden not just inside yourself, but it's like pouring outwards, and you're all of a sudden able to see. Because before, when it was dark inside that cocoon, you couldn't possibly see your amazing wings and all the colors and all the beauty and what you can do with it. That is all starting now. So it's basically the completion of one journey that must have been kind of dark for a long time, or just very different. It's a raising of vibration for sure, and a completely different life experience. And that's the new path you're being put on here, which is quite amazing. And yeah, you retrieved those lost parts of your soul. Absolutely. Yes, you did. And you transformed. And then you have a hunger with the number 29 breaking down to an 11, breaking down to a 2, which is to me the balance. Absolutely. And that is what this card is speaking of. Be mindful of which wolf you're feeding, because we all have, first of all, this could be talking about the divine feminine, divine masculine, like we heard with a tarot card reading. Like, how much rest do you allow yourself and your body? How much action do you put forth here, right, in this endeavor? It's also denoting to how much are you still wallowing in your in your past, and how much are you already in the new life, basically, with this, right? How much do you still think you're a caterpillar, and how much can you already see you're a butterfly, right? Because this is so new to you that you may not, again, you may not be fully aware of all of your gifts yet. You may not be aware of how to use your wings yet, how beautiful they actually are. You need to bask in the sunlight, in the joy for them to fully unfold, right? No butterfly can fly without the sun shining on the wings before. They can't, because they're being charged by divine love and light, by the sunlight, right? And this is how they flourish. So there's a strong message for you to really be mindful how you're nourishing yourself, how you're feeding yourself. What are you feeding your mind, your body, and your soul? And make sure it's good stuff, right? Good stuff, good nourishment. And it may be something entirely different. It must be, because you're different now than it used to be. So also there's the process of finding out what those things are now for you, because you've changed, okay? Good. And then you're the stargazer. Set your sights higher. There is, of course, strong star family support here around you. And I am so feeling the energies. It makes me happy to see so many people rising, to see that in the readings, for them to let go of their past and really transforming. I love that energy. It's like being high on that energy. And it may be that I'm feeling your energy here. I remember one of the comments in the very beginning of my channel was like, please stop taking drugs before doing the readings. And I'm like, what? And my response to that was, the only thing I'm high on is vibration and spirit. And that's that. Okay, but I'm really feeling that feeling of when you're in meditation, basically, when you're so super happy and charged, that's the energy I'm feeling here for you. So that's amazing, right? Set your sights higher. Go beyond your limitations and believe that the impossible is possible. Yes. Do you ever remember wishing on a star when you were a child, and in your innocence believing that your wish could come true? The stargazer connects with the energy of the cosmos and reminds you that you have the ability to draw in support from the universe. His cloak, with its sparkles and light, shows that you are closer to the energy of the universe than you think. Exactly. You don't have to go out looking for it. It's already there. Yes. So look beyond where you are and create even bigger dreams, visions, and goals, because with the power and help of the cosmos, those wishes can come true. All right? You are on the verge of a miracle. Yes. All of your dreams and aspirations are within your grasp, and you are being guided to focus on your vision. The angels who are with you are encouraging you. There is nothing that you cannot have or achieve. There's an opportunity at this time to heal an old wound or pattern of lack and not feeling good enough. In the past, you've often found it impossible to recognize your worth and to believe that you are deserving of blessings. Angel and ancestor wisdom is reminding you that you are an incredible and infinite spark of the universe. And the universe is not only within you, it absolutely adores you. You are talented, filled with strength, and have the abilities you need to turn your wildest dreams into reality. Yes, my friends. Love this. Absolutely love it. One more guardian angel card for you. Yes. You have healing. And it reads, listen to your heart. Love is the greatest healer. It has the capacity to balance and heal your emotions, thoughts, and perceptions, which in turn will heal you physically. Your angels are here with you and will help dissolve your fears. Trust in the power of love to guide you, and your life will magically transform. This card is confirmation that healing is occurring right now. Yes, how wonderful. All right, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being on the transformative journey here. That's amazing. And I'm sending you much love. Until next time, bye.